Hey guys, it's Rachelette from Moments to Milestones, and I'm here today to put together our Halloween card kit featuring stamps and dies from Impression Obsession. So these cards were designed by Impression Obsession for a trade show we attended, and we're going to pass along the fun to you. So your kit comes with 4 cards, and these are the cards we're going to make. Ghouls Just Want to Have Fun, Hey Boo, Have a Fantastic Halloween, and Stay Creepy, my friends. So we will get started with this one here. The Ghouls Just Want to Have Fun. Happy Halloween. This is a stair step card. You can get a die from the paper cut, or they sell them already cut, and that's what we did here. So get out this kit. All right. So first we're going to find these 2 green strips, and they're going to go here and here. And you will have a purple border. Like so. And now we're going to get this black strip, and it's going to completely go to the edge of the purple and cover up that bottom portion. So we'll put that on. All right. And now you have this orange strip, and it is going to go at the bottom. You're just going to leave a thin black border at the bottom, and then our Happy Halloween is going to rest right on top of that. And if you're having a hard time, you can always put it together like this so it's not bumpy. Okay, and then let's see, we'll go ahead and put the Happy Halloween on. I will pick up the word happy. All right, and then that is going to go, and I'm going to make sure there's even spacing, I'm going to make sure that it is close to the edge. So the happy will be close to that edge and then it should be spaced out good. And some of that's going to sit on top of the orange. Now for the Halloween. Same thing. All right, so we have that on. I'm going to open up my card a little bit to get these other pieces in. These are your googly eyes here, so put those off to the side. So if your card is open like this orange piece is going to sit in like that, okay? You can kind of see in this one how it is. And so on the back, you don't want to glue it on the second half. So it may be wise to just put the glue on this purple portion, on this square, and then it's going to sit right in there. And you'll have a little bit of purple on both sides. So here and here, there's some purple. Close that and give it a good press, so it's going to look like that. All right, and then we have this Ghouls Just Want to Have Fun. Now, it is the same length as the orange, so if you want to put it straight across like a band. They kind of have it cockeyed, but you don't want to do too cockeyed or it's going to catch and your card won't open. Okay, so you just have that little, about a 1/16 if you want to cockeye it, okay? So I'm going to glue that down. Like so. All right. And then you have this one last green piece. Oh, I'm going to put adhesive on the back. And it is going in this first stair step. I'm going to open it up. And it has a border on both sides. So that matches this border here. So then it's going to look like that. And now what we're going to do is put on our little monsters and their googly eyes. So I'll put the eyes on first and then we'll put our monsters on. So open that up. Now some of your googly eyes are self-adhesive and some are not. If they are, chances are that the backing is going to pull off with this tape. And then you'll know. But really, if it has a shiny back, then there's no adhesive and you're going to have to add it. Oops. It just keeps blowing a bubble. Here we go. All right, so you can see on the card here, my orange monster has the same sized eyes. So I'm going to find two that are the same size. And really you can do whatever you want. I'm just mimicking what's already stamped. Okay. And this one has two large eyes. Oops. All right. And then this one has a large eye and a small. Try this. There we go. All right. So now we are going to finish that with some, I popped up my orange and my green. So I'm going to put a couple of those on the back. And I'm just going to have him sitting on top of the word happy. And so what you want to make sure of is, see, some of him is hanging out. I don't know if you can tell, and I can see some of my foam square. So you want to be mindful when you place those. So I'm just going to pull that up and scoot them over a little bit. There we go. Now he's not sticky back there. I could have also used some powder tool on that. All right, and then my green guy, the same way, the top half of his body is kind of hanging off. So I'm going to put the foam right here at the base of his body. And have him just kind of right on top of that sentiment. Like so. And I still have him sticking up, so I'm going to use my powder tool and make those not sticky anymore. There we go. That fixes that. And then last, I just glued him straight on the little purple guy, and he's going to go inside in that green right here. You could also put him out here if you wanted to. I'm just going to put a little in his body because he's hanging off as well. And I don't want to cover up my sentiment. Make sure he's not going to stick to the orange. All right. And there you have it. That card is finished. The next card is Hey Boo. Some cute little ghosts, some more googly eyes. Now these are not on any tape, so you want to make sure you keep track of those. You should have 6. And we have a black card base on this card. So you're going to put down the orange onto the black. And you'll have a thin black border. Okay. And then we're going to put on the gray. Like so. All right, and then our ghosts. So what you're going to want to do is, so that our adhesive doesn't show, we're just going to put the adhesive where the eyes are and the mouth, okay? And then they'll be stuck down, then we're going to cover that up with the googly eyes. But you do want to make sure you have room for Hey Boo, so I'm going to kind of place that there before I place down my ghosts. So I'm just going to put a dot behind each eye and a very small dot behind the mouth. And I'll put him up there. And then the same for this. Now on my sample, I used a Xyron machine, or you could use like a spray adhesive. There's some way to try to hide the adhesive. We have to be creative with vellum. But these then they're kind of just floating like a ghost would, so that's fun. And then I'm going to go back and put the eyes on. All right, I have my eyes on there. And now I'm going to put on the Hey Boo. I'm going to put him up on foam, the sentiment, but first I'm going to wrap this ribbon around it, and I'm going to put just a little adhesive so it stays in place while I'm trying to do that. I'm just going to tie, really just tying a knot. You probably don't have enough to do much more than that. And then I will trim off the edges, or the ends. Give them clean ends. My scissors don't want to do that. Clean ends. There we go. Okay. I'm going to put foam on that. And if you wanted to keep your ghost down, you could put it up there so it doesn't, but I don't want to hide the little kids back there, so I'm going to just put it right there. And I'm going to hide some adhesive, if I can. Actually, I have an even better idea. I have a glue pen, quickie glue pen. Start that off over here, and I'm just going to outline that and hold it, then it'll stay in place. See that? And then here, just in a few places. That will hold them down so they aren't curling up. All right, and that card is finished. All right, so our next card is Have a Fangtastic Halloween. Little bats. My sample doesn't have googly eyes, but I did put some in your kit if you want to add that. I think it makes it a little bit more fun. So the first thing I want you to do is we're going to put down this white piece in the center of your card. And before you glue it down, make sure you can see the sentiment in the window. Okay, you don't want to glue it down and then have it look like that. So center it. Make sure it's good. So I'm just going to hold it down. Put some adhesive there. All right, so now we're good. I'm going to go ahead and finish gluing that down. All right, so the inside's done. And now you have this overlay here with the trees on it. So we're just going to line that up. It's going to go around that window. Before I put that on, I almost forgot, we need our little bat to hang from the inside. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back of his feet. Okay. And then he's just going to hang right there. You don't want to cover up your sentiment, so you may want to make sure he's where you want him. So now when you open it, he's hanging in there. Now I'm going to put on my trees. All right. And then we're going to finish by adding these little guys. I have this big one up on foam. You can put them both on foam if you want. Going to go right here. Just make sure his wing's on the card, so if you put it in an envelope, he wouldn't stick out. And then I'm going to go ahead and pop this guy up too. Pull off the backing. And he's going to be right here. And then I'm going to finish with the googly eyes. And this is what I mean by there's self-adhesive ones and they pulled off the backing for you. All right, I'm going to put glue inside all of them. And 2. How fun is that? All right, that card's finished. Okay, our last card is Stay Creepy, My Friends, with a big eek. All the pieces out. All right. So let's start by building up the base of the card here. So you will have this piece of yellow with a banner cut out, but nobody's going to know. We're just utilizing our paper to the best that we can. Now yours is solid yellow. Mine has some blue on the back. We're just going to put that down. Make sure my card's opening the right way. And you will have a very thin white border. Okay. Then you have this piece of purple, and we have stamp. This is a Impression Obsession stamp. I stamped in a Lawn Fawn white Yeti ink, so it shows up really nice. And then that's going to go on the gold, and you'll have a thin gold border. Okay. Oh, I didn't do such a good job of lining that up. Let me try that again. All right, start down here. There we go. Now we have yellow all the way around. Okay. And then this, you have this long banner piece. And so it's going to go about right here, but I'm not going to glue it down just yet. I'm going to use these other items that go on as a placeholder. So that's going to go there. And then the word EEK, you should have two, a black and a white. And they both have the exclamation point and the exclamation points, like the little period that goes with it, on the Post-it tape. But you're going to want to make sure you got room for all of that. So that looks good to me. I'm actually going to take a pencil and just mark where I want to cut that, or where I want to glue it at. So I'm going to put some adhesive on the back. And then I'll place that down. And then I'll flip it over and cut off the excess. All right, and now we're gonna layer up our all of our goodies here, but one more thing, getting ahead of myself. I need to color the Stay Creepy. I just used some colored pencils and purple and like a gold. And so I'm gonna color in the word creepy with the gold. This kind of brings it all together. And then the E has stripes. I went in and did yellow and purple. And then on the P, I did the outside of the P, but with the stripes, I did purple. Purple stripes. I'm actually going to color in that little E too, just for some more purple. All right. So that's it with that. And then that is popped up. Gonna go about right there. And then we're gonna layer up the word EEK. So, my spider's up there for a minute. So I want it to have a black shadow. So really what you do is you set it on top and then you either slide it that way, down, however you want your shadow to be, okay? So I'm gonna hold on to this with some tweezers and get my glue going. All right, so I'm gonna lay it down right over the top, and then I'm gonna slide mine over and down slightly. Just trying to make sure it looks the same everywhere. There we go. And then we'll do the same thing with the exclamation point. And put that down. I'm going to slide it down and to the left. All right, and little dots, which I find those easier to do once they're on, so we'll go ahead and do that. So let's put the EEK on. exclamation point. Here. And we got the black dot and the white. So start with the black. And it's kind of like a little triangle almost. So line that up under that and just a little point at the top again, and then it's down. There we go. All right, we're gonna finish with our cute little spiders. So I'm gonna go ahead and put their googly eyes on first, and I'll finish off with this guy. Oh, I already put the glue down. There's one. And two. Oops, go on there. All right, we are ready. And so what I tried to do was just hide these white spiders. If you like them, then you can leave them. That's fun too. You can have them crawling wherever you want. All right, I have the big one down here, so. Couple foam squares on there. He's gonna be right there. The big one right there, and the last little spider here. The only time a spider's cute, I'm gonna have him off to this direction, and that card is finished. And so is this video. So these are the Halloween cards we made. Hope you enjoyed them. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.